Let's see which ones we recognize. Coming up on the right is our first major neighborhood, known as Brownstone Street, famous mostly for Bruce Almighty.
Outside good. Outside good.
The red stinger, TV's out. Guys, pull the red stinger, TV's out.
V-E-A-U.
So, Brownstone Street is beautiful, but the next part of our lot is usually everyone's favorite. It was right about here where Marty McFly was just a few moments away from getting the DeLorean to get to 88 miles per hour. This is Hill Valley from Back to the Future. We're making a right, and as we do, take a look to your left. You see where that truck is parked at the end of the block? That's right about where Marty McFly and the DeLorean disappeared back in time. Also to the left is the clock tower that we know and love. Now, there's been a lot of things filming here recently, like TED TV with Seth MacFarlane, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, which is a spin-off of The Big Bang Theory starring Kevin Sussman, and a couple other things that are pretty, very much, still very confidential. But the fan favorite years of this set will always be while it was Hill Valley from Back to the Future.
Are you
Take a look.
famous? Famous people?
It's actually the back lot of Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There's a ledge I'm not flying. I'm standing inside the ledge, and I already had the vertigo. I just thought, there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
So, the clock is at the top of that building today. Typically, when we close this area off for producers and directors to walk around this set with their set design team and the production design team to see if this is the set they want to use for their production, we'll take the clock off that building because it is what directly connects it to being the clock tower from Back to the Future. So when production's here taking a look at this set, they need to be able to see it freely for what it can be and not be too attached to what it once was. And it's so difficult to do that because it's still very recognizable as Hill Valley from Back to the Future. Whereas we round the corner here onto New York Street, it's simply mostly modeled after Manhattan, but it's still big enough for this to be any major metropolitan city in the world that we need it to be. You've seen this in Marvel's Captain America, the First Avenger, The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, every Fast and Furious film. Shows like SWAT, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Good Girls, Kenan, Hunters, How I Met Your Mother, 7 seasons of American Ninja Warrior. This is where we built an obstacle course for the show. So there's a lot of production that's very familiar with New York Street, and it's been very busy over the last year here. We can finally talk about something that filmed here last year that we had to keep absolutely confidential. We're only allowed to speak on it because it releases next week. It's a Prime original, okay? Releasing next week. It stars Nicolas Cage. It's called Spider Noir. So if you've been hearing any rumblings about that, quite a bit of that did film right here on New York Street where we just got to drive through, so it's pretty cool. Now, we're gonna take a little bit of a break from the structures for a second. We're gonna pivot away and head to King Kong 360. We just got the green light to go. So do me a favor, turn the flash off the cameras and cell phones. Again, flash off the